everyone. My name is Kathy Wood. I am excited today to be here to present text-to-speech and accessibility for all learners, why it makes sense. I'm the Education Partner Manager here at ReadSpeaker, and I've got a lot of information to share with you today, so buckle up. Just a quick reminder that our session handouts and resources are available on the mobile app. For more information, you can see the website below. So what is ReadSpeaker? If you're not familiar with us, we are a text-to-speech company that offers the best voices in the market and also several accessibility tools. We have over 20 years of experience, and we're used by over 1,500 institutions globally. We help everyone, not just a few, and I'll touch on that in just a little bit. And I really want to stress that our products are easy to implement, and that's really important when we think about all the technology that's out there. We want things to be easy. So I think the statement, resonates with everyone. No two learners are alike. Okay, so Kathy, why is that important to mention? Well, I want to share these great cartoons. I think this really puts it in perspective. On the left side, we see the elephant and the monkey and the other animals. And the gentleman is saying, for a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. Kind of eye-opening. And the other cartoon shows a gentleman shoveling snow. And the gentleman in the wheelchair says, could you please shovel the ramp? Because if you shovel the ramp, they can all get in versus first doing the stairs and then doing the ramp. Have we ever kind of thought of things in that kind of way? That touches on that universal design for learning. It's based on scientific insights. It's about equal opportunities. It works for everyone, but it also can be customized and adjusted to that individual need. And how does ReadSpeaker tie into that universal design for learning? Well, audio tools actually perfectly fit that UDL model. The what, the how, and the why of learning. And again, you can kind of see on the screen, the different parts of the brain and how audio tools help with those different aspects. This is another awesome quote that I love to talk about. Abraham Lincoln, you all know Abraham Lincoln, he once stated, when I read aloud, two senses catch the idea. First, I see what I read. Second, I hear it, and therefore I can remember it better. And again, this touches on that bimodal way of learning. And I think that's very important. When we talk about learners and talk about how everyone kind of learns differently, that really helps kind of cover those bases. So let's talk about ReadSpeaker. ReadSpeaker has certified integrations with all the LMSs, and I have on the screen a lot of the logos. And when we talk about certified integrations, with Blackboard, we're currently with a building block. We are working on our Ultra integration. We're native inside Brightspace. We have a global plugin with Canvas. And again, you can see those other ones on the screen. Again, very easy and very quickly implemented. Ease of use. This is our new player button, and I kind of got it expanded with some more in-depth information about what all the functions are. But again, it's just easy as clicking and listening. And I do want to point out that settings are unique to the user and device. So if you have certain settings you like to use on your desktop, but have different settings you like to use on your mobile device, again, all customizable. It's stored in your cookies and cache. This is actually a screen capture of our TextAid product in exam mode. And when we think about our disability service offices and even our SPED teachers, there's a lot of manpower that goes on when we think about having to do those accommodations if you're thinking about reading aloud exams. This takes place of that manpower that you can use to devote to other things. I want to show you this great video that kind of is about a 3-minute video that really encapsulates a lot of our learning tools. So let's take a look.
In today's education landscape, content is increasingly interactive, and audio is a compelling part of this landscape.
providing an audio version of learning content meets accessibility requirements, increases engagement, and has shown to improve results for both users and for the organizations that implement it. Text-to-speech technology is an essential step toward universal design for learning which supports learners of all types.
Having reading and audio tools available
attracts and retains a larger and more diverse student population. Improved learning results. Addresses accessibility, learning disabilities and assessment accommodations needs. Reduces special learning program costs. Supports students and employees in their training. Makes content convenient and engaging for all.
How can your organization provide audio technology quickly, easily, and cost-efficiently?
At ReadSpeaker, we develop easy-to-integrate, easy-to-use text-to-speech solutions specifically for education. Whether creating audio files to add to online or offline learning content, or integrating our web-based services which automatically speech-enable content, your organization can provide learners with audio versions of content and audio-enhanced reading and studying tools on any device, quickly and easily, and directly within any learning environment.
With the click of a button, text is read aloud and highlighted at the same time. Any text can be read aloud, even specialized text such as STEAM content or industry-specific vocabulary.
The absolute value of the quantity x minus 2 equals x plus 13.
And users can personalize their online reading experience with a variety of settings and speech-enabled tools, and use them in a multitude of ways, such as
streaming lessons to hear an audio version using the Listen feature, or downloading an MP3 file for offline listening.
Focus tools such as Page Mask, Reading Ruler, Enlarged Text, and Text Mode help students gather information and improve comprehension and retention of material.
Using imaged text, images can be listened to and edited.
Students have support for writing research papers and essays by uploading articles, making annotations, collecting and organizing highlights, and proof listening to their writing.
Translate and Dictionary can be used to see and hear word translations, definitions, and expand vocabulary.
Using the dictation tool, students' speech is dictated and converted into text. Grammar and punctuation can then be edited.
Learners can use the Listen button to speech-enable tests, exams, and quizzes within your own secure learning environment, assessment platforms, even locked browsers and proprietary proctoring systems.
ReadSpeaker's unsurpassed voice quality and readily available, fully integrated Listen button means that the service has high usage. Whether learners are children, teenagers, adults, employees, or language learners, text-to-speech is an effective way of supporting them for institutions and organizations of all types.
Ready to provide your learners with the latest in audio learning tools? Request a demo today.
So I think that video really touched on a lot of our different tools that I think are very important. We talk about math content, STEM content. We talk about English as a second language. We talk about annotating. We talk about the translation. There's a lot of different tools that, really can help a student. When we think about just even being online and breaking up the monotony of being online all day long, if you're in a virtual environment, or even if you're in a hybrid setting, just changing the voice from male to female, from maybe an American English to a British voice, it can really engage someone and kind of help that focus. I put this, did you know, up on the screen, that assistive technology helps students stay at peer level and improves comprehension, motivation, and self-esteem. Struggling readers are assisted in decoding and can focus on the content, providing study independence. And I do want to mention for our K-12 folks that may be watching, that really does play an important role in those IEPs. Again, we want to think about, yes, those students that need accommodations, but we also want to think about the students that might not be defined as needing accommodations, but could actually benefit from these tools. So I want to thank you for joining. I hope that this has been informative. I have my email address up here on the screen. I'll also have our website to our education page. If you are a Canvas user, if you are a D2L user, if you are a Schoology user, there are different pages out there for you to see our tools in action. Play with our voices, do all kinds of stuff, read case studies, hear from your peers on how they are using the product. You can also follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn for more information. We are all the time doing free webinars. We are at a lot of different conferences. So again, get connected with us, and I hope you enjoyed today's session. Don't forget to provide feedback on my session. Please be kind. Again, you can complete the surveys within the event app. Thank you again.